Have you ever felt like you're trying so hard, but nothing in your life truly blooms? Like everyone else seems to know a secret you haven't discovered yet. Like life is a feast where everyone's invited, except you. Maybe the problem isn't what you're doing. Maybe it's the frequency you're doing it from. Because what no one told you, and what Napoleon Hill understood long before anyone else, is that abundance is not conquered through struggle. It's activated through awareness. And that awareness doesn't begin outside of you. It begins within you, in a space so subtle that most people die without ever finding it. And no, you're not here by coincidence. This message found you because there's something your soul is ready to remember. A truth that, once you grasp it, can free you from years of mental, emotional, and spiritual scarcity. Today, we didn't come here to learn how to have more. You came to remember who you are when you stop chasing and start embodying. Stay until the end, because in this message, you'll understand why everything you've been seeking already vibrates within you, and how aligning with that frequency makes abundance not just possible, but inevitable. Look around. Most people live inside an invisible prison, a silent program that whispers every day. There's not enough money. Not enough time, not enough love, not enough for you. And the more you listen, the more you believe it, until scarcity stops being a circumstance and becomes an identity. Napoleon Hill warned it clearly. Poverty is not a material condition. It's a state of mind. That means no matter how hard you work, if your mind operates from lack, you'll sabotage your own abundance before it even arrives. Because scarcity is not what's missing outside you. It's what you've allowed to go missing inside you. And most people never realize it. They think that's just how life is, that they have to struggle, compete, sacrifice. But they're trapped inside a mental radio station that broadcasts fear, comparison, doubt, and limitation all day long. It's like having an inner frequency permanently tuned to never enough FM. The worst part? You don't even see it. It's cultural, emotional, inherited. You learned to live in lack as a child. When you saw your parents worry about money, when you were told not to ask for too much, when they said dreaming was dangerous. Those beliefs built the operating system that runs your life today, even if it's no longer true. But here's the twist. Just as you learn scarcity, you can learn abundance. And it all begins with one shift, your mental frequency. Abundance is not something you earn. It's not a goal you chase. It's not a reward for suffering. Abundance is a frequency, a vibration, a state of being. Hill said it perfectly. Thoughts are things, and the things you think tend to materialize. That means your life isn't shaped by what you do, but by what you feel and believe while you do it. Most people think they need more money to feel secure, more success to feel worthy, more love to feel complete. But they have it backwards. True abundance begins when you choose to vibrate from security, worthiness, and wholeness before you have any proof of it. Look at nature. One tree can produce 10,000 seeds in a single season. A river flows without worrying how much water it gives away. The sun never asks who deserves its light. Everything in creation moves with generosity and trust. So why don't you? Because you were taught to fight for abundance, when in truth, you were designed to express it effortlessly. You're not a beggar of the universe. You're an extension of its creative power. Abundance isn't something you get, it's something you remember, something you emit, something you embody. So how does that look in real life? Imagine your consciousness as water. When it vibrates slow, it becomes ice, rigid, limited, cold. When it vibrates higher, it becomes liquid, flowing, adaptive. And when it vibrates even higher, it becomes vapor, free, expansive, unstoppable. Scarcity is ice. Abundance is vapor. And you choose the state you live in. You don't have to do more. You have to vibrate differently. Because no matter how much you work, if your energy is frozen, nothing will grow. But when you raise your vibration, when you choose gratitude, peace, and trust, everything aligned with that frequency begins to find you. It's not magic, it's energy physics. It's coherence between who you are inside and what you attract outside. And that coherence is the real secret of abundance. You try to change your life from the outside. More work, more effort, more action. But the results stay the same. Why? Because the real change doesn't start out there. It starts in here. Reality is just the echo of your internal state. It's a mirror reflecting what you're projecting. He'll explain it simply. Every achievement, every wealth, every human action begins with an idea. And that idea carries a vibration, an intention, a frequency. If you're filled with thoughts of fear, doubt, and lack, you're broadcasting the opposite of what you say you want. You can't tune into joy while your station is set to fear. You can't receive abundance on the channel of scarcity. The universe can't reflect a smile you refuse to give, because it doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to what you are. You say you want abundance, but you feel poor. You say you want freedom, but you vibrate fear. You say you want love, but you speak to yourself with judgment. That's incoherence, and incoherence blocks flow. You can't look at the ground and expect to fly. You can't plant seeds of doubt and expect a harvest of faith. The universe always responds. The real question is, what frequency are you transmitting right now? The moment you stop forcing the effect and start transforming the cause, everything begins to align. Not because the world changes instantly, but because you did. And when you change, everything mirrors that change. Now, let's go deeper, because there are internal blockages that dim your light. The first is fear. Fear of losing. Fear of not having. Fear of not being enough. Fear doesn't always look like fear. Sometimes it calls itself being realistic. But at its root, it's the same, a belief in scarcity. He'll set it clearly. Fear is faith, but in the negative. Every time that voice whispers, it's not safe to have too much. If you shine, they'll attack. If you win, you'll lose it all. It's lowering your vibration. Another block, comparison. You look at what others have and feel smaller. But abundance isn't competition, it's frequency. If someone else has what you want, it doesn't take away from you. It's proof that it's possible. Every time you compare, you drain your energy. You align with lack, not potential. Then there's insecurity. It hides behind small actions. Not asking, not charging, not showing up. That's the voice saying, I don't deserve it. I'm not enough. And from that state, even if abundance arrives, you'll reject it because deep down, you don't believe it's yours. This is one of the most invisible traps. Believing that the more you struggle, the more you deserve. That's not abundance. That's urgency. It's like trying to make a flower grow while stepping on it. When you vibrate in desperation, your energy contracts. The universe doesn't respond to effort. It responds to vibration. Awareness of these blocks isn't for guilt. It's for freedom. Because once you see them, you can choose differently. And that single act of awareness is the beginning of transformation. Knowing abundance is a frequency is only step one. The real power lies in consciously tuning into it. No one will do it for you. It's not luck. It's vibrational alignment. And alignment is a practice. Here are 5 techniques to shift your frequency from within. 1. Conscious gratitude. Not empty words, real presence. Close your eyes, breathe, and feel grateful for what's already here. Water, a body that carries you this very moment. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to plenty, and what you recognize expands. 2. Live in the already have. Visualization isn't fantasy. It's emotional rehearsal. Walk, breathe, and speak like abundance is already yours. That's autosuggestion, the reprogramming Hill called the secret of the mind. 3. Selective perception. Life shows you everything. What you see is your choice. See problems or see opportunities. See chaos or see lessons. Your attention is a seed. Whatever you water grows. 4. Generosity from trust. Give, not from fear, but from certainty. Give time, energy, presence. The universe reads generosity as this message. I have more than enough. 5. Present declarations. Speak as if it's done. I am abundance. I am an open channel for blessings. I trust divine timing. These aren't empty affirmations. They're energetic codes that rewrite your frequency. This isn't theory, it's spiritual engineering. It's what Napoleon Hill understood long before neuroscience proved it. You can keep living on autopilot, or pause and reprogram yourself. Not through magic, but through mastery. Because when your frequency changes, your life has no choice but to change with it. Here's the truth. You're the cause, not the effect. Everything you see, your finances, your relationships, your health, are reflections of your inner state. If the cause stays the same, the effect will too. He'll said it clearly. Whatever the mind repeatedly feeds to the subconscious, it must manifest. It's not opinion, it's law. And as Jesus said, to those who have, more will be given. But to those who have not, even what they have will be taken. He wasn't talking about possessions. He was talking about consciousness. When you vibrate, and I already have, you attract more. When you vibrate, and I don't have, the universe multiplies your lack. That's the difference between physical possession and vibrational possession. Physical is what you can count. Vibrational is what you can feel and sustain inside, even before it appears. You must believe it before you see it, not the other way around. Believing isn't hoping. It's emitting a consistent frequency of certainty. And that coherence changes everything. The reason most people never manifest abundance is not in what they do, but in how they vibrate while doing it. They act from emptiness, ask from fear, move from urgency, and then wonder why life doesn't respond. But if today you choose to act from faith, to think from abundance, to feel from certainty, you ignite a vibration the universe cannot ignore. Because the universe doesn't respond to desire, it responds to alignment. And you, only you, hold the power to choose your frequency from this moment on. Abundance isn't something you reach for with your hands. It's something you activate with your soul. When you understand that, you stop chasing. You start attracting. You stop looking outside and begin remembering what's been inside you all along. No matter how many times you've fallen, no matter how long you've lived in scarcity, none of that defines you. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your bank account. You are not the no's you've heard. You are the channel. You are the source. You are the frequency. And what you emit, you create. Napoleon Hill said it over and over again. The first step toward riches is desire, backed by faith and sustained by persistence. But before desire comes awareness, and before awareness comes observation. Today, you've taken that step. You've seen yourself with new eyes. You've planted a new vibration. And that seed, if you nurture it, cannot fail. So don't leave without applying this. Knowing it won't change your life, using it will. Comment below. What area of your life are you already beginning to feel abundance in? And if this message awakens something in you, share it. Not for vanity, but because together, we're building a new consciousness. We'll see you in the next message.